Welcome to Somewhere in October. We are watching the second part of Twin Peaks reaction of Season 2, Episode 1. If you didn't watch the first part, I will link it up here somewhere. Me and my editor discussed because we've had issues with the first episode of Season 1. Mostly, I don't know if it's because of the length, but I do know it seems like in the pilot episodes for the seasons, they really have a lot of music in the background, which I think could be one of the issues. So better safe than sorry, we chopped it up. Don't worry, my full thoughts on both parts will be at the end of this. I actually don't know, I can't remember what I say, but you know my reactions, I always have something to say at the end. You'll get all of that based on everything we just watched. I have to make this intro at least a minute. I just want to say I'm going to keep posting Twin Peaks here. I'm doing the Season 1, Season 2, Fire Walk with Me, and Season 3. I'm going to do it all. Do not worry. But if something happens, I will let you know. We've been pretty safe so far. I just have to fix that one episode. And I'm so thankful you're all here. A little update so this goes a little bit long. I have Invisalign back on. Not happy about it, a little insecure. You'll see reactions with that when I do episode 2, which I'm actually filming tomorrow. So, next time you see me, I will have watched that one. Enjoy my reaction.
Hearing a fire alarm go off, but it's all like a dream. There was a smell. Yeah, there was
Cologne?
It's usual in case of strangulation for the victim to void his bowels.
Oh.
No, that wasn't it. This was a smell
Milk?
like oil.
Oil.
Scorched engine oil.
So they're gonna think it was Leo? Was it not Leland? It was Leland. We know it was Leland, right? Mr. Up to no good. The hospital food looks so bad.
He's sleeping, Penny.
Bobby!
He better still want her now that he can have her.
What are you doing here? What if someone sees you?
I don't care. Do not care anymore.
Does she know?
Somebody shot him.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
He's alive?
cops outside his room. I hear they're gonna bust him. They got caught doing something, poor bastard. What happened?
I thought he was dead.
So afraid. Leo tried to kill me. He knows about us. He took me up to the mill, and he tied me up and started the fire. He told me he was gonna kill you.
Bad chance.
Fat chance. You got saved, my dude. I can't believe he's alive. I thought he was dead.
Doctors seem to think so.
You know, Shelley, hospitals are dangerous places. First of all, they're crawling with sick people. And second of all, that food can kill you. If you want to get out of here, you're gonna have to let Bobby, your doctor.
Where's he gonna take her? You can't go back to Leo's.
Have a look here, Miss Shelley. You seem to be coming along splendidly. I'd say you're on your way.
So is Leo like down the hall?
You better go.
Are they looking for him?
You're my girl.
Or is it more Leo can't know where he is?
I love you.
Say it back, Bobby.
I guess I love you too.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I love you too.
I'm starting to understand him a little bit more, but I'm not starting to like him anymore. Maybe that'll change this season.
Bobby Briggs. What's he doing here? He doesn't look sick. Sheriff Truman, to see this kind of investigative genius at work, just a real treat for me.
Ed?
Oh, poor Ed.
I'm okay. How's Nadine?
Well, she's in a coma.
How you holding up? Ed, don't be too hard on yourself.
I never believed in fate, Agent Cooper.
Sorry, guys, I need a lip gloss break.
You make your own way, you take care of your own.
Farmer's Almanac.
Albert, read the room, my dude.
Cup of coffee.
I saw this coming. I didn't want to believe it. What's worse is I'm sitting here thinking that maybe that there's a part of me that didn't want to stop her. And that's a full load.
Oh, that's a hard thought.
Right out of high school. Norma and I had been together about...
Does he not like the coffee?
I barely knew Nadine to say hello to. And that spring, Norma ran off with Hank, twisted up inside. I couldn't see straight.
Wow. That's how their story went. Norma ran off with Hank.
So helpless about her.
He is pretty hot, but like, so is Ed. And Ed's a sweetie. Hank is, well, Hank acts like he is. He's master manipulator.
Half drunk, half crazy. It was light before we found the justice of the peace. And Norma, well, she hadn't even slept with Hank. And the look on her face when she found out, Eagle Pass.
If you run away from me, I'm gonna do what I want to do. If it means get married, I get married.
But Nadine was so happy. And you know, by golly, I shot out Nadine's eye on that honeymoon.
What do you mean, Ed?
The first day we were hunting pheasant, Nadine's a crack shot, and we already had a couple of birds. I felt good shooting, listening to the sound echo and roll down those hills.
Oh my god.
A piece of buckshot skipped off a rock and caught Nadine square in the eye.
Man, that's a tough one.
Yeah. Albert. Scolding him.
She never hated me for it. A couple of months later, Norma married Hank. So I don't believe in fate. You make your bed, you sleep in it.
Sorry.
Damn. But it makes me wonder if Ed is with Nadine because he wants to make her happy. I don't know how happy she makes him. And sometimes I think it's cruel to think someone can't make themselves happy. Just my personal thoughts so far.
A man in a smiling bag.
Who's in that bag?
Take James right back to the station.
I did not expect that to be how her eye was lost or hurt. Albert won't take this opportunity to off.
Nurse, I really mean it. You better speak to that kid.
This must be a plot point, right? Oh, Pete!
Oh!
Not him sniffing that for dear life.
I'm ready to lay the whole thing out.
Rocks and bottles.
Chalk and blackboard will be just fine.
Jelly donuts.
Harry, that goes without saying.
That goes without saying. Maybe I'll get a donut Thursday. I'm filming again Thursday.
That's what I hear. Now, you know I have a sweet tooth, too. I've got a chocolate peanut butter. I'm serious. Bring the whole pie.
So does she have no idea Hank is the way he is? Something's gonna happen to someone. I don't know. Hank's just on the loose. This is making me so emotional. As weird as she is, she deserves to be happy. I just have my own stance on if, you need to be in a relationship to do that. And having that choice made for you, because he's already cheated. His dad. Every character is in this episode.
Would you care to join me?
Say yes, Bobby.
Okay.
How was school today?
He didn't go to school, I bet.
Fine.
That's good.
How was work?
Work was good.
Dad,
Yes, son?
what is it that you do exactly?
That's classified. Care for a piece of pie?
Say yes.
The huckleberries are particularly delicious.
Where can I find huckleberry pie?
Nice.
May I share something with you?
Okay.
I had in my sleep last night. As distinguished from a dream, which is mere sorting and cataloging of the day's events by the subconscious. This was a vision, clear as a mountain stream, revealing itself to itself.
Tell me the vision.
I was on the veranda of a vast estate. There seemed to emanate from it a light from within this gleaming, radiant marble.
Okay.
I had, in fact, been born and raised there. This was my first return, a reunion with the deepest well springs of my being.
Not sure I'm getting it.
We were in this moment.
Is Bobby gonna laugh or cry?
I awoke with a tremendous feeling of optimism and confidence. And that was my vision of you.
Yeah.
I'm so glad to have had this opportunity to share it. I wish you nothing but the very best, all things.
Thank you.
I'll see you later. Home.
Okay.
Major, how was the pie?
Exceptional, as always.
Hank, you faker. Bobby must know it was Hank, right? Or no, because he would have been back on. I can't remember if he saw him or not.
How's Shelley?
I can't talk right now.
Oh, she's upset. Oh. Damn. Okay, so he does know. I wonder where that will take him. Oh, donuts.
Laura Palmer was killed. It appears she made 2 appointments. In her diary, she had written nervous about meeting Jay tonight. I now believe this was a reference to James Hurley. She was nervous because she planned to tell him she didn't want to see him anymore.
Okay. There's a lot of donuts.
We believe it was Leo Johnson making the second appointment for some time later that night.
Laura met James, was with him until 12:30, when at the intersection of Sparkwood and 21, She jumped from the bike and ran into the woods. Together they drove to the foot of the trail leading to Jacques' cabin. They reached Jacques Renault's cabin at approximately 1 a.m. Drugs and alcohol were consumed. Laura was tied up and had sexual relations with Waldo. The bird was let out of his cage. Jacques went outside and passed out. Leo and the girls were gone. We believe Leo hiked back down the trail to his Corvette alone, leaving the girls behind.
Alone.
There was a third man.
Deputy Hawk found evidence of a third man outside the window of Jacques' cabin.
The third man took Laura and Ronette to the train car where they were tied up.
But Hank was in jail, so it couldn't be Hank, right?
Object, the killer hit Ronette and knocked her unconscious.
So there's a third man.
Killing Laura, he didn't realize that Ronette regained consciousness and escaped.
Either he didn't know or he didn't care. He made a small amount of dirt and put the half-heart necklace of Laura's on top. A small cutout letter R under the nail of her left ring finger. You'll recall that he placed the letter T.
Oh, I forgot about.
The blood on the note was tested. It doesn't match Leo's, Jacques', Laura's, or Ronette's.
We surmise the killer wrote the note in his own blood.
His own blood? That's risky business.
Hawk found 5 miles down the tracks was soaked in blood of that type.
Scraps may have been left by the killer. They'll be sent back to Washington, D.C. for
I love Andy.
I know. It's what we call a real three-hanky crime.
Albert Rosenfeld. Where you talk smart about Sheriff Truman or anybody, you just shut your mouth!
You tell him. Lucy like that.
Laura Palmer is dead. Jacques Renault is dead. Ronette Pulaski and Leo Johnson are in comas.
Okay, Leo's in a coma.
Waldo the bird is dead.
Waldo!
This leaves only the third man.
The third man. How do we know it's a man? I have a very, very weird theory.
We're closed. Oh, yeah.
I'll have to put it out there somewhere. So it's on record.
I sure do appreciate the ride, Harry.
He's also looking for signs of Josie, I'd say.
This smoke inhalation is nasty business. I feel like somebody taped my lips to the tailpipe of a bus.
Oh, is he okay?
Take her easy. So where the hell is Josie? Well, maybe this will tell us. Dear Pete, I had to leave the town on an emergency. I will phone you when I arrive.
That doesn't sound like her, I don't think.
Did she say where she's staying? No, it's a secret vice. Shopping.
Oh. The poor guy. Maybe he should stay in the hospital a little longer.
We haven't found Catherine.
Yeah.
I know you want to hope for the best. You ought to prepare for the...
Do they think she could be in the ruins? Oh, Pete. I don't think she's dead.
I always figured I'd be the one to go first. I mean, if you was laying odds on the last person standing after an atomic war, I'd have bet on her.
She was a tiger, all right.
Plain hell to live with. Plain hell. Once there was a little bit of heaven there.
Don't do this to me.
This will take a little while to sink in, I suppose.
I suppose it will.
That's the cutest thing I've ever heard in my life.
God help her miserables. I loved her.
I'm not ready for this tonight. Oh, maybe it's Catherine. Maybe it's gonna be Catherine.
Blue Pine Lodge.
Can I speak to Georgie Packard, please?
She's not here right now.
Can you tell me when she'll be back?
Well, she's out of town. Who's calling?
Who's this man?
We'd like to place an international call to Hong Kong.
Doesn't that...
International.
And then they roll it in oat, stuff it full of...
They love the good food.
They wrap it in papillon. They seal the edges with a...
Mr. Horn, Mr. Horn?
And then they bake it under glass to die for.
You seen Audrey today?
No, I haven't.
She's hiding from you for sure. I like when Hank puts on his bad boy jacket to be a bad boy.
Where's Josie? She left last night. Prearranged? She wanted to put a little distance between her and the smell of smoke.
Okay, that makes sense. I don't know if I believe it, but sure.
Leo Johnson.
He's in a coma. Looks like brain damage.
Why isn't he dead?
I caught him center shot with a .44. Couldn't risk going inside. Neighborhood was hot. I had to sneak past.
Anybody see him?
Negative.
Bobby.
Chopping wood inside?
Yeah. You know Leo. What's next?
Does he actually think he was chopping wood? He must have seen Bobby or heard it.
Dead? My phone call put her in the drying shed when the place went up. Sounds like buried with the wreckage.
Sounds like.
They'll be lucky to find teeth.
And they were such pretty teeth.
So maybe Hank isn't that good of a criminal.
Gentlemen, if they don't hang the arson on the late and her co-conspirator Leo, I'll give up sex.
Wouldn't hurt ya.
That's confidence.
What do we do with the ledger?
You leave the creative thinking to the brothers Horn. You're a bicep. Relax until we say flex.
It really makes me mad.
Jerry thinks he's a tough guy. He's not.
You guys.
Hank could snap them like a twig in a second.
Come in.
Is this gonna be Audrey? She gonna tell her?
Why is the door to my room locked? And who's the refrigerator? Disappointed in your performance last night. Well, the owner isn't exactly my type.
I would hope not.
And what is your type exactly?
Not you. No offense.
Damn. Wrong answer. You should have said you.
Hey, let's get one thing straight. Okay. I don't want to hear another complaint about you. When you work for me, everybody's your type.
Sounds like a bad deal. This is not the end, right? Say, give me a little bit more.
Hi, it's Donna. I'm calling about Meals on Wheels. I'm gonna take over Laura's route if that's...
Oh, it could be someone on the route? Or like a connection?
Listen, can I use the Double R station wagon? Then I'll see you tomorrow at 9.
Are they trying to make it like an Audrey 2.0?
Tonight's proceedings. Very good news.
Good evening. I'm Christine Haywood, and I'd like to welcome you all to the Haywood Supper Club. Music for you this evening. My good news is that I was chosen to be in my school play. So now I don't have to worry about being ashamed anymore. Before I play, Harriet would like to read a poem about your daughter and our friend, Laura.
A poem? Is it gonna have the fire stuff? Is this gonna make me cry?
It was Laura, and I saw her glowing in the dark woods. I saw her smiling. We were crying, and I saw her laughing. In our sadness, I saw her dancing. It was Laura.
This is a weird poem.
It was Laura. The glow was life. Her smile was to say, it was all right to cry. The woods was our sadness. The dance was her calling. It was Laura.
Oh.
Wonderful.
His hair being white is crazy. I think I also don't understand the concept of Meals on Wheels. I don't actually know what it means.
I got the list in my ace.
I do like their friendship brewing, though.
It's terrible about the mill.
More than 150 jobs may be lost. I suppose
Was Leland in on it at all?
big development plan.
Well, as his lawyer, and yours.
Oh. He's the lawyer. Did I miss that?
What the hell happened to your hair?
It is strange, isn't it? Well, I woke up this morning, looked in the mirror, and there it was. Literally changed overnight.
But I mean, it can only change from the root, right? Do I not understand hair? Somehow. You smothered someone.
It wasn't as overwhelming. I physically felt as if a great weight had been lifted from my heart.
Perhaps it has.
God, I feel like singing.
Be very nice.
Get happy.
Get happy?
You gotta pack all your... Yeah, come on, get happy. The sun is shining. It's oh so beautiful.
It's nice to see him better. I just don't think he's actually better. I think he's gonna crash.
Sing hallelujah, come on, get happy. Get ready for judgment.
Like, maybe right now? Does he have a heart attack?
Leland!
Dad, is he okay?
I'm sure it's nothing serious.
Are you just passed out? I think he's having a psychotic break.
11:55 p.m., approximately 19 hours since the shooting. I'm dog-tired. A man can only go so long without submitting to a period of rest. As we know from experiments conducted on American GIs during the Korean War, sleep deprivation is a one-way ticket to temporary psychosis, and I'm working on a 3-day jag.
Damn, he does need to sleep.
That I thought I saw a giant. Perhaps that's a story I'll save for another.
The Giant. I think that's what this episode is called. Maybe? Yeah, may the giant be with you. So was the waiter real or not? Maybe that'll come clear. Is he gonna dream again? He's not gonna see the giant till he solves the problems. Or riddles. Clues.
Special agent.
Is she praying to Cooper? I mean, I would.
I left you a note. Didn't you get my note? Slipped it under your door. You must have.
Oh, everything happened. I don't know if he did. He didn't. And she's stuck there now? Like, is she actually stuck there? Do they not let them leave?
I'm up here at One-Eyed Jack. Not that I can't handle it. I'm gonna help you out with your investigations. I'm sure I'll be put into situations a lot more dangerous than this on a fairly regular basis. You know, my first time out, I could use a little expert guidance.
Yeah. Especially when your dad's evolved.
There is a connection between Horn's department store and One-Eyed Jack. My father, he owns the place. Little ball of sleaze named Baddis helps to recruit some of the girls from the perfume counter. Tomorrow I'm gonna try to find out if Laura and Ronette came up here.
I don't think Ben Horn is the third. But he was saying weird things earlier. Like when they were talking about Laura, he had like a weird thing about her singing or something.
If there's any way in the world that you can hear me right now.
Oh, this is so sad. Maybe he'll dream of her? What's going on? Is that the giant? I'm guessing the giant is here to help him. But like, he's not real. Did he turn the light on? Like, he has the ring.
Sorry to wake you.
I am not dreaming.
I forgot to tell you something.
Is he gonna tell him about Audrey?
The things I tell you will not be wrong. Better to listen than to talk.
I believe you.
Don't search for all the answers at
Not me nodding too.
one person saw the third man, but not his body. Known to you. Ready now to talk.
He's talking about Ronette, or whatever her name is. She's awake.
You forgot something.
What?
Is that like... Oh. Maybe that was a reminder for the note. Maybe he'll remember. Please remember. Save my girl Audrey. I don't know how he's gonna do that, but... Things are getting a bit supernatural here. Like, what's going on right now? Oh. Yeah, she'll have seen the third man. She was there. Why are arms doing that? So it is Ba? Oh my god. Oh, we're getting dark. We're getting dark. Is there gonna be a jump scare? Like, I don't know what to do with right now. Yo. That got spooky. Dedicated to the memory of Kevin Young Jr. Who was that? Out of respect for that man, we will search him up. He's a production assistant. Oh, it was his... Oh. Okay. His son died really young. Oh, okay. Well, I think it's important that they dedicated that to him and that we recognize that. This episode has been crazy. I am really excited to get more into this. I'm really interested to get more into this. I don't know how much I love this episode. I don't know how much I'm going to love this season. If it's the same vibes. There's a lot going on. I do like the dark, but there's a lot of goofy. I don't know if I like where the stories are going, but I love Twin Peaks. So I love the people, I love the ride, and I know a lot of people had that experience that season 2 wasn't the best. So where it feels like it's not going the way I want, I'm just going to let it happen. And I'm going to bring a donut. So when it's not going the way I want, I'll eat a donut. Okay. See you in the next one.